everyone, and welcome to part 14 of our Great Ace Attorney Chronicles playthrough. Oh man, apologies to everyone for pushing back the stream today to be so late. It's a con weekend. It's a con weekend, and I was not prepared. Setting up always takes much longer than I expect it to be. But in other news, if anyone is attending Supanova Sydney tomorrow, pop by table 222 and come visit me. Alright, that's enough self-promo. Let's get to the heart of the matter. Let's get to why we're all here for. Oh, Gina. Here we are again at the scene of the crime. But this time, we have permission to search. Now, to thrust these representation papers in Gregson's face and see what he makes of them. Hello again, Inspector. Do you have a minute, perhaps? What's it now? Should go home and get some rest. Here we are, Gregsy. Here are the representation papers. Your ladyship! Oh! I don't believe it! How the devil did you get that stubborn little ragabash to sign that? Oh, you know. I salute you. That's the good work, that is. I can see you've been very busy here as well. How about some tea? It's a special blend designed to relieve fatigue. Lovely. Well, let's see now. Yes, I hardly feel tired at all. Fist fiddle, your ladyship. Right, don't oversell the tea or anything. Would it be alright if we investigated the scene of the crime then? Do as you please! You know where it happened? The door behind the counter? Yes, the storeroom. That's where I discovered Mr. Windybank and Gino. Right, well, I'll be getting back to business then. Will you be investigating in the storeroom as well, Inspector? If I'm perfectly honest, we need to wrap this up before long. Can't afford to spend too much time on it. So many articles to go through, it's taking forever, even with the lads working around the clock. I feel like speed and efficiency before all else for crime solving is perhaps a bad idea. Which is the problem, because there's another case in the yard needs investigating urgently. There's another case? That must be what Lord Strongheart meant by far more serious matters before. Ooh, is that the... Wait. There can't be, like, the greater conspiracy, like, crime that I thought it might have been for a second there. Because if it was the greater conspiracy, like, case that needs more attention, like, shouldn't they realize that this case kind of connects to that case? With the whole, like, you know, guy gets murdered after discovering, McGilded's, audio thingy? I don't know, like, and Gina, isn't she connected? I don't know. Like, what the hell is so important that you're willing to drop everything and, like, risk being a bad police officer to, like, solve? So what I'm saying is, don't get under my feet, sunshine! Okay. Come then, let's not waste any time. Oh, Susato, our time is short. So now we finally get to, Right, before we check the very obvious bloody thing, I want to check this again. I'm fairly sure this contraption was here yesterday as well. Here we are, though I'm not confident I can get it closed again. Oh, yes! That's a folding stereoscope! Really? This is a stereoscope. Mr. Sholmes showed us a picture yesterday that you were supposed to be able to see in 3 dimensions. But for that, he used a great big contraption over there. Ah, well, that's for use in public houses and places like that. It contains a carousel, all sorts of pictures inside. But this little thing is much simpler design for use at home. As a special shop sale prints you can use on them. I have a little collection myself. Oh, that's so cool. I wonder if I could make money out of these in Japan. It would be keeping my toilet sparkling clean anyway? What is that supposed to mean? What? Ryosuke? But I love how they kept with the cleaning toilets joke that they had in the original Ace Attorney games. Where May was like, Phoenix, go, clean the toilets. And Apollo too. Apollo, go, clean the toilets. Oh man. What's with the Naruhodos and their like ilk being obsessing over clean toilets? Okay. No, to more serious matters. The bloodstained calendar. Ah, look over there. Oh, yes, a bullet hole. And I can see the bullet is still lodged in the wall. Presumably, Mr. Windybank wasn't practicing with his revolver in his spare time. Well, Mr. Holmes likes to practice in his drawing room whenever he can. He's very patriotic like that. Sorry? It's all there in the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, you know? Isn't that right, Iris? Did I write something like that? Partially in jest, perhaps. In jest? Well, he doesn't do it often. It's quite dangerous pastime. He doesn't do it often. He shouldn't even do it once. Forget that for now, Bruno. Let's examine this bullet. Alright. What's that around the bullet hole? Is it blood? Okay, first of all, how could you possibly look at this scene and be like, wow, yeah, that bullet is the only thing worthwhile noticing. Like, wow, what's this other stuff? The secondary thought, the thing that isn't immediately eye-grabbing. Ronzosuke, are you colorblind or? A suspicious red stain on the calendar. Aha! I may be able to help with that. What? There's nothing like the sight of blood to get the blood pumping, is there, Runo? I have a feeling I'm not as bloody-minded as you, Iris. I'm afraid the sight of blood makes my blood run cold. There you have it. You see, when it comes to blood, we're all different types. Yeah, what a scientific observation. Oh, gun. So you need this. Oh no. What is that scary looking thing? Hurley and I haven't actually come up with a name for it yet. But as soon as you see it in action, you'll understand what it does. It pumps smoke, doesn't it? Watch. Ah. Huh? You have luminol? Wait, is this like 18th, like 19th century or 20th, almost 20th century? Luminol? Oh, the color of the bloodstain has changed. There. Does it make sense now? Yes, I think I'm starting to understand. Are you? Good. It works on the principle that different people have different types of blood, you see? Yes, how wonderful! The chemical it fires combines with the blood and makes it change color. So you can identify whose blood it is you're looking at. In a flash. Well, not exactly whose. Actually, this is pretty impressive. Oh, what a fabulous invention, Iris! Isn't it? Isn't it? I bet Jenny would say it's bleeding great! So, whose blood are we looking at then? Some with type green. Well, all the chemical does is turn the blood different colors, so... Just find someone whose blood turns the same color and you know who it belongs to. In a flash! Yep, we'll just go around and stab someone and shoot this gun at it and see if it turns green, I guess. It's more like 2 flashes. Really? Isn't it? 1 flash or 2, this could very well turn out to be a valuable clue. So we must make note of it in the court record. A blood sample has been entered into the court record. Let's keep testing and add the results of any other blood analysis to the portfolio. As long as I have reagent left, sure. Okay. So is it temporary? Like it binds to like your freaking the chemicals in the blood? Like how does it even work? Cause like doesn't like blood denature pretty quickly? I guess this is still pretty fresh. Fresh blood. Got the fresh stuff. Alright. I want to see this broken lamp. There's an article in the ledger here, and Mr. Windybank's notes, and... Oh, it's a kitty cat! We know this! We know this. What's this? It looks as though someone has left a little photographic print behind. Oh, look at the back! It's some writing! Is there? Oh, show us, Susie! Show us! Oh, there's blood! 15th February, 10:30 p.m. Article deposited, 1 gentleman's overcoat. Loan amount paid, £1. Redemption deadline, 15th of April, 10:30 p.m. A gentleman's overcoat, poured for £1. Clearly, it's a very fine coat. In fact, I think... Yes! It must be the ticket for the overcoat that Ginny redeemed yesterday! And is still wearing, which belonged to Mr. McGilded. I would never have expected the redemption ticket to be handwritten on the back of a photograph, though. We found this out yesterday, Ronalska. Come on. I mean, for you. Earlier today. It just seems Mr. Windybank just used whatever piece of paper he happened to have in hand. Oh, wait. Was it yesterday for him as well? I'm losing track of time. But this photograph of a cat, it looks very familiar, doesn't it? I'm sure I've seen the exact same photo somewhere else recently. Yeah, no, it was today. Oh, yes, you're right. Very recently. You literally still have it in your pocket, dude. Although it is a slightly different picture because the cats look in different places. And this is for the box. Wait. This is owned by the victim. It's the same as the one Ginny gave us earlier. Yeah. Of course, I was forgetting that she gave us that print. Well, what are you waiting for, the Mr. Naruhodo? Get it out! Alright. Let the clogs turn. Cat? It's a kitty cat. Yes, they're exactly the same. No, they're not. The cats look in different directions. I've got it. These 2 photographs hide an amazing secret. Secret? What does she mean? Yeah, what does she mean? You must tell us, Iris, at once. Do you really want to know? Yeah? We need you to tell us what you need to know about these pair of photographs. Iris, we're trying to solve a crime here. Do we have to talk with you about it? Iris! So, Iris, about these 2 photographic prints? The one we found here at Mr. Windybank's counter and the one Gina gave us before? What's this amazing secret you mentioned that's hidden between these 2 identical prints? They're not identical. Yes, see, Iris knows. Actually, that's not quite right. Sorry? If you look carefully, the 2 prints aren't the same. Not exactly. They're not? The cats look in different directions, dude. Have another look at them now. See? Can you see they're just slightly different from each other? I think so. It's very subtle, though. The cat was looking here, and looking there, and they got a picture taken. But what's the reason for the subtle differences between the two prints? Okay, so when you take photographs, you can take multiple. You don't have to keep... It's not like a painting, Susato. Well, it's because they're a set, you see. No, I don't. This pair of photographs, we're taking it in a series. Oh, no. It's meant to be used as a stereoscope. Everyone in London's raving about them at the moment. Ah, a stereoscope. Oh, because it's slightly away. They will give you that 3D look, huh? Why do I feel like I've heard that word before recently? Ryosuke, again, literally, when we first stepped in here, she explained to you what a freaking portable stereoscope... Ryosuke, your memory. It's worse than mine. Oh, yes! Oh, so Mr. Holmes showed us yesterday. Oh, Susato, sweetie. You see? There it is, just over there. Ah, yes, of course. The magical machine that makes pictures look almost real enough to touch. No, the one on the ground. We just talked about it. Well, actually, it's quite possible to see the same depth in pictures even without one of those contraptions. Huh? Really? Yeah, I mean, they're just optical illusions, right? Do you know how a pair of flat photographic prints can appear to have any depth in the first place? No, I have no idea. Wonderful! Then I'll be able to tell you. She's over the moon, bless her. Should we let her explain, though? We really need to carry on investigating the scene. I, for one, simply have to know. I mean, I'm not going to deny a 10-year-old indulging in her fixation. Have you ever considered, Bruno, how our eyes see depth in the world around us? Well, I just opened them, and it works. But the reason it works is because we have two eyes. Two eyes? Shocking. If you try closing just one eye at a time, I think you'll see straight away. You get parallax. What you see with your left eye, and what you see with your right eye are ever so slightly different. You get a different view with each eye. Oh, did you know people can be dominant-eyed? Like you have dominant hands, right? Left and right-handed. You can be left or right-eyed. How you find out is that you just point at a corner of the room, right? You point at the corner of the room, and then you close one eye, and then you close the other eye. And then the eye in which, shows that you're properly pointing at that corner of the room and not like a little slightly off because of parallax or whatever, is your dominant eye. So fun fact about me, I'm left-eyed but right-handed, and that's why I always run into things, I think. I'm using that as an excuse for why I'm clumsy, but I don't actually know if it affects it. But yeah, fun eye fact. Yes, the position of objects seems to shift slightly. Exactly. And your brain uses that shift to calculate the depth as it merges two views into one. That's how we can sense depth in everything we see. My brain really is amazing, isn't it? It does so much without telling me. Ah, I think I see. So the pair of photographs consists of a left eye view and a right eye view. Is that right? Oh, well done, Susie. You're so quick. So if you can persuade your brain to merge the two pictures together in your head, you'll be able to see the depth of these prints? Yes, Runo, you're beginning to understand. And a stereoscope's function is to act as your brain and allow you to do just that? Yeah, but as long as you have two images, two eyes, and one brain, you can actually do it yourself without needing a stereoscope at all. You can? Really? Alright, how do you view the stereoscope experience? Is it like a magic eye type thing? Let's try it. Let's see if we can view this pair of prints without the help of a stereoscope. Yes, I'm dying to have a go. Susato-san really loves this kind of thing. You need to be able to cross your eyes. That's the main thing. Can you both do that? Cross my eyes? I think I can. Oh my god, is she gonna do it? Watch me and see if you can copy. Eh? Ah! Make your eyes do this. Alright, let me try. Are you ready, Mr. Naruhodo? Yeah, sure. Go ahead, do it. Oh no, oh my gosh. Susato, sweetie, you're doing amazing. Wait, can I? I don't think I can. Oh well. Naruhodo, can you do it? Wonderful! Now it's your turn, Runo. The trick is to concentrate on looking at the bridge of your nose with both eyes at the same time. Not exactly an easy task when two people are staring at you cross-eyed. Alright, that's enough practice. Now let's try looking at the prints. Start by staring at one print and slowly crossing your eyes. You should see two overlapping images, like this. You try now, Runo. I'm just gonna have to give it a try, I suppose. Looking with my eyes crossed. Did the print split into two images for you? Now, the next step is to put the pair of prints side by side like this, and then try crossing your eyes again. Okay. The prints should slowly merge together until... ta-da! They form a new single image in the center. Oh, yes! Mr. Naruhodo, it works! I can see in the middle now. It's so real. Oh, I can look at it all day. Sweetheart, your eyes are gonna get stuck like that. I wouldn't advise that. Your eyes might start to hurt. Your turn, Runo. Okay, pretend you're looking through the two pictures and slowly cross your eyes. Okay. We're doing this in real life, folks. Let's all try this. We're gonna look, we're gonna relax our eyes, and then we're gonna slowly cross them. Slowly cross. Oh man, this is hard. Slowly cross them. Ugh. Oh man, this is giving me a headache. Just relax your eyes and slowly cross them. Crossed. Yep, that looks like two blurry pictures of cats to me. Okay. Let's just hope the game actually gives us a picture. Keep adjusting the position of your eyes until the two images overlap exactly in the middle. Like this, is it? There, you managed it! So now you know how stereoscopic images work. Well, I don't know who discovered it, but it really is quite extraordinary. So what do you think of these stereoscopic prints then, Runo? They're certainly amazing, but it isn't easy to get the knack of viewing them properly. Yeah, I have I have never once successfully seen those Magic Eye books. Like when I was young, I would our school library had quite a few, and I would always like try to borrow them. I would like snatch them. I would be like you know, first time, like if I see one that's available, I'll be like, that one's mine. I gotta borrow it. I gotta see those magic images, dude. So I would try so hard. I would go home, and then since I don't understand how they worked exactly, like I don't know if they came with instructions and I just didn't read them, or if I just never quite got the eye crossing thing right, because you know, even just then, still can't do it. But yeah, I would just end up staring at the hypnotic images and then flipping to the back to see what kind of image is actually hidden in them and be like, wow, a lamp in the Aladdin. Wow. It's a Mickey Mouse head. Wow. Holy shit. Look, it's Iago. And like, I I would convince myself that I could see it. But that was a lie. I couldn't see shit, dude. Now, some people find it easier than others. Yeah, no shit. That's why contraptions like this exist, for people who find it tricky. Oh, I need one of those then. Oh, I recognize that. We talked about it about 10 minutes ago. We saw one over there yesterday. And this morning. Everyone has short-term memory loss. If I remember correctly, you press this little knob here. Ah. Then set the pair of photographs in the stand at the back and... It's still amazing, even though I know roughly how it works now. Oh man, like this is the one time I really wished this was still like a 3DS and I wasn't playing the port. Because then you could see the actual 3DS part. Oh, that would have been so cool. Well, London seems to agree with you. Stereoscopes are very popular at the moment. You can find one of these floating contraptions in lots of households in the capital currently. But if these little machines are so affordable, surely there's no need to go around and stare cross-eyed at pictures like you hate them. But that's the fun, isn't it? But it's much more satisfying to be able to see the effect with your own eyes. Well, I think so in any case. Stereoscopic pictures. Never even heard of them until yesterday. We've certainly learned a lot about them, but I wonder if this knowledge I'll actually ever need. You know, knowing this case? Probably. Better pocket that, that stereoscope. Just in case. Alright. You have anything more to say? No. Okay, we'll go back to examining then. Can we like pick this up now? No, okay. We talked about that already. I don't think it looks like... There doesn't look to be anything of particular interest here, apart from the... Oh, the table is still not fully explored. Okay, we can explore the table and check out the broken lamp. Which is what I originally wanted to check out anyway. The ledger that's open on the counter there really is enormous, isn't it? It must be an awful lot of work to keep track of all these hundreds of items in pawn. It's too much to think about. Better to sell it all and have a clear head if you ask me. That's not how this works, but yeah, less clutter. It leads to less cluttered thoughts, I guess. But clearly Mr. Windybeg was very careful when it came to the articles in his care. Oh, okay. We don't get to talk about the broken lamp? Sir? Excuse me, sir? The police are scouring every inch of this place by the look of it. Instructions from the yard are to examine every article in the shop and every ledger and book and book of accounts. Every article? That's a ridiculous amount of work, surely. We've been hard at it ever since the shop was declared a crime scene in the early hours. But we're sifting through all these shifts at least, but we're shifting through all in shifts at least, but still, it sounds like a lot of work, my dude. Oh man, these poor people. Every single item. I mean, like just to make sure everything's accounted for. Walking through the night, that's for sure. They would barely have scratched the surface. A crime in a pawnbroker's. It must be every policeman's worst nightmare. It's a copy's worst nightmare, you know. A crime in a pawnbroker's. Ah. Okay. So I guess that's... We spoke to one, then we spoke to all of them. Let's head to the back then. Behind that door is the storeroom, isn't it? That's what Grexy said. Yeah, and that's where I saw the dreadful scene last night. The little window on the door. Oh, man. Mr. Winnybeg, face down on the floor with Gina beside him. As the accused legal Representative, you have the right to examine the scene, Mr. Naruhodo. We must make a thorough investigation. Yes, of course, we will. Behind that door that's the real scene of the crime. Alright, let's go then. I mean, Iris is prepared. Don't worry, if there's clues in there, I'll find them. Wait, that reminds me. Oh, we have to physically move there. Oh, okay. That makes sense, we have to physically move there. Wait, can I present you with this? Merely because the back has blood on it. Oh, wait, actually, wait, can we just press this? Mr. Naruhodo, I don't know if you've noticed, but there's something rather troubling here. I have noticed. The red smear, you mean? Yeah, it looks like blood, doesn't it? Wonder if Susato-san has picked up on that. Well, in that case, yes, we need Iris. We should show this to her before we forget. So we'd have to present it. Okay, let's present this to Iris. Sweetheart. Oh, I was already in her. Sweetheart. Could you do the boom boom thing? Oh, that looks like blood. Shoot your shot. I would say it's from a gloved finger. Almost certainly a glove made of leather. Why, Runosuke? You know your materials. Well, don't worry, Runo. You can leave the rest to me. Green? Oh, magenta. Look at that. Yes, that's a color we haven't seen before, is it? It simply was added to the portfolio of blood samples. It could be an important clue. I love how she's so excited about collecting blood samples. Although, it would be nice to find out whose blood these different colors correspond to at some point. Well, this particular stain of blood. Oh, you've had an idea, haven't you? Do you know whose blood this is? Should I? Should I? I have no fucking clue, dude. I have no idea. How could I? We don't have a known sample of the same color. Without that, it's impossible to know. I mean, I can guess, but... Oh, how very vexing. I wonder... What? Well, it's true that the color doesn't help us. But what about considering how the mark came to be there in the first place? You might have an idea about that. Why didn't you, Runo? Should I? Who wears leather gloves? You? Sherlock, is it yours? I don't think you wore leather gloves. You wore gloves. It's not you. But I don't think Chum was supposed to know. Not if you keep staring at me like that, no. Let's try that again, shall we? You're just gonna force me to figure it out, okay? Why don't you just tell me? Well, this particular stain of blood... Oh, you've had an idea, haven't you? Do you know whose blood this is? Yes, I think I do. Yeah, I have an idea whose blood this is, Iris. Not from the color it turned, but with a little deduction. That's right. I think it's clear. Iris, you know as well? You best, Rina. Who do you think it belongs to? Bro, I have no fucking clue, dude. Alright, I believe this is the blood of... Oh, fresh-sided Mason. That makes sense. Oh, because if he handed it in, he had bloody gloves, right? Oh, no, that makes sense. Thrice-fired Mason? You don't sound very sure of yourself, the way you trailed off there. Well, it was 2 months ago, that case. And of course I never met the victim. I'm struggling to remember his name. He was definitely thrice fired, though. The victim of the omnibus case? Yes, his name was indeed Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason. But that would mean that this bloodstain was left on the ticket 2 months ago. Yeah, I think it was. Wait, 2 months later? It still looks not only so fresh, but it reacts to that reagent that Iris made? Holy shit, Iris, what did you make? I think she's beyond science and more into magic at this point, honestly. Gina brought this ticket here to the Windy Banks yesterday. I'm suggesting that the bloodstain was already on it at that time. So it's a smear of blood from the time that Mr. Mason was killed 2 months ago. Why are you saying that like you didn't know when you said you knew? Iris, I thought you said you knew. Something else is coming back to me now. Mr. McGilded was also wearing leather gloves that night. And they had blood on them, yeah. Now I ask yous, what good-hearted soul would have rushed to help a fellow bleeding from his stomach? Wasn't able to start worrying about me gloves now, was I? I reached out to give the man a hand. It certainly does look like a leather glove thumbprint, this mark. But we know that Mr. McGill had no injuries at that time, anywhere on his body. From which we can conclude that any blood on the glove belonged to the victim, Mr. Mason. Mr. Naruto, you sound just like Mr. Holmes. Oh, she's so excited. What a fangirl. Minus the quirky slip-ups, I hope. Yes, I think you're right, Runa. Oh, thank you. Well, let's make a note of this. Details of the pawnbroker's ticket for the code have been updated in the court record. I mean, they've been identified, but I feel like the way the word identified is tenuous at best. Alright, let's move to the actual crime scene. Yep. Let's go to the storeroom. Oh, yeah. I forgot. Maybe we shouldn't bring a 10-year-old to a crime scene where there's like fresh blood on the ground. Poor Iris. She clammed out completely. Iris is bound to find this difficult. After all, Mr. Windybank's life was taken in this very room only last night. Oh, Gregson. Can you take the child out and get her mind off this while we investigate? Wait, Inspector! What now, Sunshine? Took one look at me and tried to run away. You think Scotland Yard Inspector run away from some jumped up little defense lawyer, do ya? Help me out with Iris, come on. Well... I've never seen her ladyship looking like that before, is the thing. I don't know what to say to her. So you weren't running away from me, you were running away from a 10-year-old. Come on, be the adult. Cheer her up. Offer her some fish and chips. The English like fish and chips, don't they? Fish and chips and vinegar. I'm afraid this is a little too much for young Iris. Some gentle reassurance might go a long way, perhaps, Inspector. Eh? Don't trouble yourself unduly, your ladyship. I mean, at least you're not dead, are ya? That's one way to look on the bright side, I guess. I don't think that went very well. Why? Oh, sweetheart. Look, I'm in the middle of some investigation here, Sunshine. I told you not to get under my feet. Alright. Thanks for trying, I think. And we have some investigating to do ourselves. Yeah. I'd like to hear more of what the socially inept inspector has to say. Oh, Hurley. And inquire into how Mr. Holmes' operation is going. Oh yeah, we can see if the green blood was his blood. Actually, let's have a conversation about the scene of the crime. So, Inspector, what do you make of the crime scene here? Pshaw! You got eyes, haven't you? Use them! That's what it looks like. Nothing more. Nothing less. Okay. Iris, could you lend me a hand? So, Trixie, what do you make of the crime scene here? Oh, yes, your ladyship, do allow me to humbly explain. Last night, shortly after the hour of 1 o'clock in the morning, Scotland Yard attended the scene. The one and only door to the storeroom was found locked on the inside. So it was locked from the inside. The lock appears to be broken now, though. Was it the police officers doing? Quite right, ma'am. Right. We took the liberty of smashing the door in, as humbly as possible. Oh. As you can see, the victim was discovered prostrate on the floor. Thus wise. Next to the aforementioned body, we discovered the vile gutter child. What are you talking about, Ginny? She's my friend, you know, Inspector. Miss Lestrade, the hapless 180. Oh my gosh, you flipped so quickly, Gregson. Miss Lestrade, the hapless girl, was curled up on the floor, dead to the world. She's still alive, you know? Yes, when I saw her, she appeared to be unconscious. And I'm afraid to say, she had the gun that was used in her hand. No! You guys didn't pick it up? Presumably, it's the gun that's still there on the floor now. Okay. In her pocket, found the key to the door as well. Oh. What? The key to the storeroom? Oh, sorry, that's my... What? The key to the storeroom? And you say the storeroom had been locked from the inside, Inspector? Correct. All of which leaves her ladyship's friend in something of a sticky situation, I'm afraid. You and your fish and you and your chips. At least offer her some, come on. Obviously, it's my personal opinion. That's some sort of misunderstanding. Of course it is, Inspector. Of course it is. Alright. How do you know about Holmes? Is he okay? Grexy, do you know anything about Hurley? Is the operation finished? Is Hurley alright? Is he? The thing is, don't mince your words, Inspector, please! You don't mean to say that Mr. Holmes is... No, the operation's done and dusted! It's just that, well... Out with it! Yes, ma'am! They use something called a general anesthetic. It's the latest thing, renders the whole body insensitive. Oh... Yes, and... General anesthetic also, cause it targets, like, everything. I'm pretty sure you need, some sort of breathing assistance. Otherwise, that also shuts down. I could be wrong, though. The whole body? Anesthetize? Is that even possible? It means the operation can be completed while the patient is fast asleep. Goodness. In the Empire of Japan, we can just manage to provide laughing gas for a tooth extraction. The trouble is, the latest thing isn't always the greatest thing, if you follow my meaning. They couldn't get the medication to work at first, so it took hours for him to nod off, or so I hear. And now the op's finished, they can't get him to wake up, apparently. Okay, yeah, because the line between, when it comes to, anesthetic, the line between asleep and dead is, super thin. Which is why a lot of people complain about people getting chloroformed in media, because the line between chloroformed asleep and chloroformed dead is, very thin. Oh my! No one knows if the anesthetic is still in system or if the bloke's just plain exhausted. But anyway, all they could do is stand back and watch until he comes round again. Hurley. The moment he opens his eyes, your ladyship, I swear I shall get the word to you. What a surprise. Even in matters of life and death, Sholmes has to do things his way. Alright, well, it's good to know that Holmes is, okay-ish, I guess. So we don't have to leave here to go to the hospital. It's nice of you to tell us, Gregson. I appreciate it. Now, let's see this bloodstain first. The police have marked the position of the body with a chalk line. Okay, I shouldn't laugh, but the chalk outlines can be funny sometimes, okay? Poor Mr. Windybank. He was a nice old man. Well, he was shot just once, through the heart. Most likely, the fellow died instantly. He wouldn't have felt a thing. This must be his blood, then. Oh! Blood? I don't like to ask at such a wretched time, Iris, but I wonder if perhaps... Don't worry, Susie. I'm ready for action. Boom! Blue. Oh! I am a prophet. It actually was blue. Well, we have green and we had magenta, so this was either going to be blue or yellow. Since blood is already red. So now we know the color of the chemical turns when it reacts with Mr. Windybank's blood. And it doesn't match our analysis of the bloodstain we found in the main shop. But let's add the sample to the others we've already collected anyway. Blood samples in the portfolio have been updated. Okay. Let's see what else. Eh? So we've already seen this, but we can see it again? Iris? Don't worry. I'm alright. But we must find the true culprit. Yes, absolutely. Alright, okay. Let's look at the gun then. This is a revolver, a real one! And quite possibly the murder weapon used to take Mr. Windybank's life. What's the matter, Susie? You and Bruno look like you've had a faint. Well, it's just that I've rarely seen a gun in the flesh. And I've had issues with guns in the past. Oh, Dr. Wilson. But anyway, we saw Mr. Windybank with this yesterday, didn't we? I shall have to take my own life. Must be the same gun. Is it the same gun? And last night, when I looked at the spy hole in the door from the storeroom here, that was the same gun I saw in Gina's hand. I love how they picked up the girl, but they left the gun. Mr. Windybank told us he only ever had a single bullet loaded in his revolver, didn't he? Well, it's empty now. The one and only bullet he had in the gun has been fired. So we can be fairly certain that only a single shot was fired from this revolver. Have you guys invented ballistics yet? Well, I should perhaps look into that. What do I want to look at? What? Oh, there's a fun... Ah! Is that a rainbow flag? Oh my god, guys, happy Pride! Okay. What flags are these? Is that a French flag or a rainbow flag? I can't tell. Oh well. Happy Pride, everyone. French or the LGBTQ plus community. Happy Pride. Out of all the articles in this storeroom, this is the only thing that shows any sign of being ransacked. What is it, Iris? Is it that manuscript box? Oh, it is! That's the box file that my manuscript was being kept in. Oh? Iris's unpublished story, The Hounds of the Baskervilles. Surely this is not what... What? That's not what all this... this is what all started all this. I'm sorry, Iris, but you asked me, he sold it. Without telling ya. Oh. We must check inside the box, at once! Yes. Oh, there they are. It was there! Iris' story was there! Really? It was? Oh, that's good news, isn't it, Iris? Why do you look so glum? Yes. I mean, of course I believed Charlie when he said he deposited it here, but still, it's a relief to actually see it. Really? That's not a very well hidden frown. Iris, are you alright? She writes on pink paper. That's so cute. Also, are we allowed to just take that? Oops, I meant to press R. Accidentally pressed A. Let me just quickly skip through this. Can I skip this? Skip. La di da di da. We're carrying on, so then we can check it out in the court record. Oh, Iris is like a whole head shorter than Susato. Oh, a child. We shouldn't be here. Okay. Examine. Iris Wilson. Wow, this is a thick-ass manuscript. Holy shit. Okay. Am I allowed to read it? Can I? The Hound of the Baskervilles. The Hound of the Baskervilles. Wasn't it a hound? How did Susato know the exact title of the unpublished story? I suppose I'll just have to wait until she's ready to explain it to me. I'm so sorry. Eh? Nani kore? Oh, I guess we have to come back later. Oh, okay. Oh, let's check out blood sample portfolio. Okay. Oh, it's purple now. Okay. Blue. Wait. Yeah, okay. Let's look at these pictures up here then, I guess. Look at all these articles that's been deposited. The room's stuck full of them. I can't believe how many there are. A bicycle, a gramophone, musical instruments, even some enormous paintings, look! Pieces of different people's lives quietly gathering dust in here. Oh, that's so poetic. There's something very peaceful about the atmosphere in here. Or at least there would be if not for the chalk outline on the floor and the policeman shuffling around. Not to mention the blood. Not much I can do about that, sunshine. Okay, I guess they read my mind. Tell me why. Oh, is there nothing else in here? Suppose there's nothing else in here for us. Huh. Can we perhaps talk about something? Can I show you something? Can you tell me about this? Inspector Gregson, could you give me your opinion about this, do you think? Nope, won't tell me shit. In that case, Grexy, how about some herbal tea? Lovely. Ta, very much. I really hit the spot, your ladyship. You don't mind sharing that, then. Okay, nothing much in this small room, then. No, wrong one. We'll move. Well, maybe head back to the main shop. Because we had a conversation about everything. Yeah, we had. Let me examine this place. Because we've seen all this stuff already. I don't think there's anything out of place here. No. We could take a gander at the stereoscope again. This strange contraption that lets you see pictures or things as if they're right in front of your eyes. It makes you think. When Mr. Holmes gleefully showed it to us yesterday, we were blissfully unaware of any of this that was about to happen. Oh no, it's just a reminiscence thing. Okay. And okay, maybe we should move then. Maybe we should move to see Sherlock? We'll check on Sherlock. Oh wait, nothing here. Okay. Hey? I don't think we need to go there. Should we go? Gina. Gina doesn't appear to be here. I believe she must be in questioning at the moment. Oh, but wait a minute. What is it, Iris? Well, if you examine the scene here carefully, there's another possibility, isn't there? Did she escape? Gina could have slipped the key from the jailer when he wasn't looking and escaped. Oh my! Oh, why would she do something like that? It would only make a situation worse. Calm down, Bruno. I was only joking, of course. Classic prank. You had me worried there. I thought it was a great deduction. Yes, it must be your way with words, Iris. You're so wonderfully persuasive. You know, she could probably be a better lawyer than me. Perhaps you don't fully understand the weight your words carry. I mean, she is a 10-year-old. She probably doesn't expect her words to have that much weight. No, we made her sad. No. Oh dear, I'm sorry. I suppose the light-hearted great detective is a contradiction in terms. Well, in the same situation, I'm sure Mr. Holmes would have just thrown his head back and go forth. I'm not entirely sure that's helpful, Mr. Naruhodo. Well, anyway, looks like we won't be able to talk to Gina for a while. We should try to make progress with that investigation in the meantime. Ah, I don't know what else to look at. Yes, come along then, Rena. Come along, Susie. I don't know what to look at. Ah. Okay, let's go to the main shop again. Let's see what I've been missing. What am I missing? Okay, let's look at the clocks then. That must be a music box. Oh, sorry. The music box. I completely forgot about that. That's probably important, right? Do you have the where you're from, Runa? Yeah, but I've never seen one as large as this in Japan. Well, this will be a treat. Shall we have a listen? What's new, pussycat? Oh, what's new, pussycat? Whoa, oh. It's nice. What do you think? Isn't it a pretty sound? It's a beautiful sound, yeah. But it's a little hard to enjoy when all these policemen in the room are giving you fierce looks. Never mind that. If any of them say anything, I'll tell Grexy to have a word. Iris Wilson, Superintendent of Scotland Yard. For all intents and purposes, she might as well be. Now let's see what's here. These shelves are where the pawnbroker puts articles that have been forfeited on display for customers to buy. Yes, it's really strange. Miscellaneous? How do you pronounce this? Miscellaneous. Miscellany? Isn't it? I mean, who would buy this horse statue, for example? Runosuke Naruhodo. I'll have you know, I was eyeing that horse statue. It is a lovely horse statue. Well, sometimes you can find just real treasures among all the junk, you know. Are you alright, Reno? Oh, it's just that, well, looks like a collection of useless junk as a whole, but when you pick individual things, you can't help wishing you owned them. Even that horse statue. See, he gets it now. He gets it now. That's exactly how pawnbrokers work. They're very clever. What do I want to look at? I don't know what I want to look at. I feel like I've seen everything in this room. Am I doing something out of order again, I wonder? Alright, let's head back to the storeroom. Did it. Okay, we've seen all this. Wait, can we present to Iris? Because she's in here. She's in the main shop, I should say. Can we present her manuscript to her? Let's try presenting her manuscript. Iris, sweetheart, I know you're upset. Can you tell me about this? Oh, we can! Oh, my manuscript. Mr. Holmes said he deposited it at Windybanks and he had. But it's so strange. What is it about this particular story? I worked so hard on it. Why would Hurley say I can't publish it? I'm afraid I have no idea. All you can do is wait until he's ready to tell you, I suppose. Oh, maybe. It's because Hurley isn't in it enough. Maybe I didn't give it enough good lines. Yes, maybe. I wish I could say definitely. That definitely isn't the reason, but I can't. Okay, she has nothing there. What do I do? What else am I missing? Should I just keep going? Should I just go around to places? Yeah, I can't imagine needing to be here. And Sherlock wasn't awake yet. I mean, can we examine the place? Wow, is that crutches? I wonder what these are. Oh, do you have any idea, Iris? Oh, haven't you ever seen crutches before? Let me explain. There are people with leg injuries. To help them walk, you hold one under each arm, you see? Oh, right. I thought they were weapons of some sort. Why would there be weapons in a hospital? Thought maybe a fighter had been injured in a battle contest and brought along here with his weapons. That's surprisingly plausible. Trash bin. Nothing to see here. Yep, just all around, nothing to see here. Alright, so it's time to move. We just left, but let's go back. Gina, are you back? Oh, can't even examine. Should we go back home? Yeah, there's nothing home here for us though. Yeah, nothing at home for us. What's that? There's all sorts of these on the shelves. Chemistry apparatus, books, papers, and lots of things I've never seen before. It's all heaped up so high, I can't help feeling that the whole lot's gonna top it at any moment. Yes, it really does tend to overload the shelves. That's one way of putting it. He wanted to look something up in one of the books the other day, you know. But it was so tightly crammed in, he gave up and went out to buy a brand new copy instead. Alright. I can think of better uses for money, but okay. Then we go to Iris' side. It's so lovely. Typewriter, a couple of equations. Oh, is that Lassie? Okay. I don't think there'll be anything fun here. And there'll be nothing here, right? What is this? It's just our room. Blech. Baker Street. Oh? This is new. Let's go talk to the horseman. Horseman? Scotland Yard carriage. There's still a Scotland Yard carriage outside Windybanks. I never imagined we'd be investigating a case so close to home. Poor Iris. She's very upset by all this. I'm sorry. I was there. I should have done more. None of this is your fault, Bruno. So please, don't apologize. But it's the criminals who are to blame for all this. So let's investigate and work out how to catch them. Yeah. You're right. Okay. So, what am I missing? I'm just gonna have to start presenting things, I guess. 'Cause I can't figure out what it is that I'm... Wait, I don't think anything Iris would give us anything. Like, it has to be in here, right? Like, what am I missing? Alright, let's present stuff to you. Hey, can you tell me about this? Or have I just not, like, looked at stuff enough? Mr. Windybank appears to have used his ticket. You have used the back of his photograph to write out a redemption ticket. He's written very neatly, but still, perhaps he ran out of paper, so he had to use anything he had on hand. It's hard to know which was the front, which was the reverse side now. Okay. Kitty cat. Yeah. It's an adorable little kitty cat. I think it looks a little like Wakahai. Yeah, a little bit. So that cat likes to curl up inside under a heated kotatsu blanket when it snowed. Maybe British cats are different. Oh, I want a kotatsu. They're like so nice. Actually, now we have both pictures. I could never have a go at viewing them as a stereoscopic image. So I need to cross my eyes and try to get the two cats to merge in the middle as one. It's a hard thing to do. Who thought of this in the first place when I spent a long time staring? Truly. Oh, wait. So is this the new cat? This is the 3D cat? Wait. Ah! Nothing changed. Hey. Hello. Okay. What am I missing? Is there something in the background? What am I missing? What have I been missing? Okay. Actually, can I pick up the portable stereoscope thing again and just put this in? Or is it just for like a for fun thing? Nani the fuck kore? Wait, let me go back out and pick up the shit on the ground. But I'm pretty sure I already picked it up already. I mean, I've already looked at it at least. It's like crossed off, right? It's crossed off! Sir? The officer has been staring intently at the wall since before we came in here. Shh! Keep it down. Oh, sorry. It's a major clue just here. Really? I must tell Grexy at once. But this just report it. That'll be it. I'll be stuck here even longer. Stuck here? What do you mean? I haven't been home in 2 days already. I need another constable to relieve me and take over my shift. They really have a tough time, the British police. That doesn't stop us from investigating, though, does it? No, I suppose not. Fairly sure it was the calendar I was peering at. I've looked at the calendar already. Oh, should I look again? Green blood. It just seems wrong somehow. Oh, there are also different colors. They're pretty pinks and purples too, you know? Just like I said. Everyone's blood is different. Wonder what color my blood will turn out. Actually, I don't want to know. Sir? Okay. Let me see the table? We've looked at the table. What the fuck am I missing? Do you mind if I showed you this, Iris? It's just a boring old thing, really, but... Oh, I don't really like boring things. Looks like Japanese modesty is easily misinterpreted by young Western children. I mean, who does like boring things? No one wants to be shown something boring. Come to think of it, you're always introducing things with, this is boring, but it's a bad habit. You should stop it. I'll be sure to let the entire population of the Empire of Japan know on my return. God. Oh yeah, I just had to read this. The undersigned, agreeing to legal representation by the lawyer named hereunder in regard to the following incident. The fuck am I missing? Like, I want to bet that this is Sherlock's, but we don't know for sure. Wait, no! The blow was already there when we rushed in, right? So it's not Sherlock's. Then whomst? Okay. Let's... I wish Susato would tell me about this. But she won't. And there's nothing else here that... like, needs investigation, I don't think? Like, they won't let me check out... They won't let me read it! Let me read it. What am I missing? If I truly get stuck, I'm just gonna have to call it a day. And come back with like a fresh perspective tomorrow. Because I'm like actually... like, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing wrong. Can you take a look at this? Oh, actually, you can take a look at this. Ah, what we have here then? A redemption ticket for an article deposit here, is it? Yeah, I need to find the box. Looks like someone else for stationery and wrote the whole ticket on whatever paper it has to hand. It's a ticket from Mr. Bigoda's overcoat. One little diver turned up with yesterday. Oh, actually, no, it's not. Really? Think you know better than me, do ya? No, I didn't mean to.
Reynolds right, Grexy. It isn't the same ticket.
Oh, of course it isn't. Of course it isn't. I never doubted you, my ladyship. So, what's this about then? If I might be so bold to ask.
We're looking for a little box. This is a second ticket.
A second one? It seems that Mr. McGilden, in fact, had another article in storage at Windy Banks. Is that right? I think we need to discuss this further with the inspector, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, good. Because it's ever so easy to talk to. Alright, good, okay. So I was supposed to show him that shit. Okay. Can you show me the box? Because you're itemizing everything, right? This ticket was in one of the pockets of Mr. McGilden's overcoat. Eh? You didn't tell me? Yes, there was more than just the music box disc, it seems. Should have insisted on the lads taking it back to the yard and examining it properly. Well, according to the detail on this ticket, Mr. McGilden deposited another article here with Mr. Windybank. Yeah, I can see it written here. A small box, was it?
Do you have any idea where it is, Grexy? Any at all? It's another article belonging to Mr. McGilden. It could be an important clue.
Oh, yeah. I suppose it could be. Please stop looking at me with this big turquoise eyes and all full of hope and expectation. It's too much pressure. I'll lose my apples and I'll go barking. It's no time for dog impressions, Inspector. It's enough sauce from you, Sunshine. Alright. There's one thing that springs to mind. According to this ticket, the redemption deadline's already passed, hasn't it? Oh, so it should be outside.
Oh, yes, of course. Articles are held for 2 months.
So the small box would no longer be in here then?
That's right. It's been forfeited.
Which means it could be on the shelves in the front of the shop, where forfeited items are offered for sale.
Yeah, let's search from the front. We must search them all at once. You're wasting your time. Eh? Dozens of little boxes out there. Hundreds even. Can't possibly know which one might have been Mrs. McGilden's. The information's not written on the ledger. Ugh.
Huh. Well, I think we should at least have a look, just in case.
Of course, your ladyship, of course. Very sensible of you, I'm sure. This is getting old. Alright, after... Eh?
Oh! I nearly jumped out my skin there! How could Mr. Windybank have such a wicked trap?
I doubt he set out to scare anyone. Is that really the time? I think perhaps we should pay Gina another visit soon. Uh-oh? Her trial is tomorrow. We must establish whether or not you will be defending her. I think we should ask her one more time. She may have changed her mind. Alright.
Don't you remember, Bruno? You told her she could rip up the representation papers if she didn't want you to be her lawyer.
Really? Did I say that?
Yes, you did. The deadline for submitting paperwork is fast approaching.
In that case, we better hurry back to the prison and talk to Gina again. Alright, but first we'll just quickly look at little box. Little boxes?
Yes, this is where all the items have been forfeited by their original owners are offered for sale. That's right. They've got little price labels on them. But there's so many.
I wonder if the small box the stickers for is still here on the shelf somewhere. Box that Mr. McGill deposited here just over 2 months ago.
Even if they were, finding on premises is very troublesome indeed. There are so many boxes. It could be any one of them.
Mr. Holmes said that the pawn broker was the safest place to store anything, more secure than a bank vault. So perhaps a small box of Mr. McGill would contain something of great value.
Well, if that's the case, you probably have kept it locked.
So then we need to find every box with a lock and break them all open. Okay, so I can't commit crimes, but you can?
What sort of misconduct will get you arrested? I won't let it happen.
This takes me back. It's been some time since the Sato-san last threw me.
Okay, fine. Fine. I feel like I wasted enough time walking around. I will just go to the prison then.
Like, I hate it when things are locked behind presenting things, because I'm always scared of presenting the wrong thing, because of court, even though you don't get penalized, like outside of court, I'm always like, oh, I don't know, I shouldn't present things unless I'm 100% sure that it's gonna do something. But then I always, this is why I always end up getting stuck during, like, the investigation parts. Like,
Oh, Gina's back.
Gina, you're back. That's good.
Oh. The police must have finished questioning her then. How was it, Ginny? Was it awful?
Oh, don't bother me. Thank you for your papers you signed before. It meant we were able to investigate the Windy Banks. Oh, right.
Don't you want to know how we got on? We've been ever so busy.
What's the point in asking? Won't change everything. What change what everyone's saying that I did it?
It's not.
Gina, we came to ask your final decision.
What decision?
About tomorrow's trial. Will you let me defend you or not?
I must submit the paperwork now if you'd like Mr. Naruhodo to represent you.
Right. I see. She's really lost her fight all of a sudden. But I know what that feels like. The worry is just so hard to bear. Oh, Gina, I've been in your shoes. What we've uncovered.
Oh, all right then. Blimey, give it a rest with the eyes, Iris.
So come on then, fill us in. Who's done it? Unfortunately, we don't know that yet.
Ugh, you don't say. We don't know yet, Gina. But Mr. Naruhodo and all of us know that you're innocent of this crime.
And while we haven't managed to work out who the real culprit is, there's a number of interesting facts that we've managed to establish.
Oh yeah? Like what?
Well, for example, the reason for you being there in the first place. I think I know now why you broke into Windy Banks that night. It looks like I'm going to have to take some evidence that clearly reveals the reason and thrust it in Gina's face. Or I could present it to her calmly, I suppose. No, thrusting. To show off how much we know. Take that! Okay, I can't do that. I have to literally present that. Okay, fine. Fine! Take the wind out of my sails. We found this in Mr. Windybank's storeroom. The manuscript of Iris's latest story.
Right? Well, that's good then.
Curiously, the storeroom at Windybanks showed no sign of being ransacked for items of value and the like. With one exception. The box file that housed this manuscript. It was you, wasn't it, Gina, who broke open the box and contained this manuscript last night?
Eh?
You were determined to find out whether or not the Hound of the Baskervilles was really there. And it's that reason you broke into the storeroom last night, isn't it? Why don't you tell us what happened? Please.
Yes! No. Fuck! Ah!
Misclick! Okay, we'll sit through this again.
Nom. Hurry up.
I'm sorry, ladies. We're gonna have to skip through this. Okay, there we go. Ah, shit, the wrong one again. Alright, it's fine. We'll talk about the representation first. We already have the representation papers and other documents we need. All we have to do is hand them over to the court clerk. That is, if you allow me to represent you in court tomorrow. Pshaw.
Gina!
Nah, don't bother.
Ginny!
Rip 'em up and chuck 'em, would ya? Them representation papers, or what's it they're called? The cell ain't fancy enough to have been. So, what will you do in court tomorrow? I'll be fine on my own. I doubt it.
I don't think you will be.
Look, it doesn't matter. What's gonna happen's gonna happen. This is one stubborn pickpocket. I thought it was for a split second that I thought he was gonna say that's one stubborn prick. Like, no, we can't call a young girl who's having the trouble of her life a prick. She's rightfully worried. But alas, he didn't say prick, so my bad. Alright, yeah. As Baskerville's story. It's the latest Holmes adventure, right? It ain't been printed yet. So I figured it's gonna be worth a fat few pieces of silver, right? Right. Tsundere.
Ah, yes. At least 5,000 pounds.
What? So you intend to sell Iris's manuscript, did you?
No, Ginny. How could you?
What? Wait! No! Hang on! Of course I wasn't gonna sell it! All I wanted to do is find out the manuscript or what you call it really was there or not. It's the only reason I was in the place.
For Iris's sake. Isn't that right?
We knew why had you gone in there from the start, Gina. Of course we did.
But...
She's like, what? No, how dare you see through me? I don't have a heart. But Gina, you do. We know, you have a heart.
I knew you wouldn't do anything mean like that, Ginny. I just knew it.
We know you're soft, Ginny. Let us help you.
Well,
When I saw the manuscript in the storeroom, it reminded me of what you said the night before. Grown-ups do a lot worse than that, believe me. Barefaced liars, a whole lot of them. You ain't just realized it yet. I'm telling ya, that mantle script ain't Whitney Banks. You'd soon see if you had a look.
If I'm honest, I am suspicious. I have wondered if Hurley's telling the truth sometimes. I mean, I sometimes wonder if he might have hidden my manuscript somewhere. Somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him. Oh, Ginny, that was so sweet of you.
Alright. I'll tell you why I did it. Just stop looking at me like that, Iris. Huh. She even has the tsundere.
I don't care.
Look. Oh, I can't believe it took me so long to realize. Alright, reason for breaking in. It wasn't because of Iris, that's not why I did it. Oh, she's still insisting. I just wanted to know the truth, that's all.
You wanted to know if Mr. Holmes was being honest, if he'd redeposited the manuscript in Windy Banks.
It's like I told you the night before. I ain't never had it, Falba. But Iris is lying like mine. She's got a dad.
Only she can't see him. And I reckon that's gotta be harder. Oh, God. John Wilson. That's why she writes her stories. They're about her dad, really. That's what it sounded like to me anyway. Last night, when I was listening to what you were saying. Oh, that's true, because she writes them with her father's name. Or it's her dad on Adventures with Sherlock. Ah, pain! Emotional damage! Stories about Daddy? You mean they're not the adventures of a great detective, so much as the adventures of a great detective and his trusty partner? Well, that's how I see it, yeah. Oh, Gina, you're so insightful. You're so right. You're so thoughtful and kind, Ginny. Yes, and we never thought any differently, did we? Look, give it a rest, will ya? I am uncomfortable with compliments, she says. But you deserve them, Gina. I believe in you and I love you. I hate all this chumming on the studio here. I hate it. I don't trust no one, right? That's how I work. Because if you don't trust no one can let you down. So leave me alone. Go on, scamper. No, we're gonna force your walls down with love and acceptance. I hadn't noticed till now, but it's unmistakable. Right there in both sleeves of her overcoat. Yeah, I was just looking at that. I'm like, wow, did you drop something during dinner? Was that always there? Are some very suspicious red stains. Oh, they're supposed to be red. Oh, actually, blood does brown that quickly. See, this is the only blood stain that's like aged normally. What? Why are you looking at me like that? I think it might be worth presenting some of our other findings in that area to Gina now. Alright, we'll present. We'll present the blood sample portfolio? Those stains on the sleeve of your new coat, Gina. They're blood, aren't they? Not that I know whose blood yet. What? Blood, Miss Naruhodo? You don't appear to have any obvious wounds yourself, though. So it could be blood that splattered from Mr. Windybank when he was shot last night? Let's not be around the bush here. My trusty friend of mine will get results much faster than anything else. Eh? Take it easy, Iris. Hands up. Don't move, Ginny. I'm gonna shoot. I get a taste of your own medicine, Gina. With how you're always shooting. Oh my shit! It's a lot of blood. Holy fuck! Is that molasses? Boy, I wish it were. Oh my god, that's so much. Holy fuck. And then Gina died. No. Well, maybe she'll die of shock. Oh. Oh my. What the? It's all over her front too. Forget the sleeves. The whole coat's covered in blood. Of course. The black color of the fabric was masking the stains. That's why you haven't seen them until now. I can't believe they have like 20th century luminol. And it works this well after 2 months. Because this is definitely thrice-fired Mason's blood, right? And the blood that's reacted with the chemical to turn it purple color. Which matches one of the samples we've already collected perfectly. Yes, now let's see. Who had the purple blood? Mr. Mason! Yes, it was a brickmaker, Mr. Mason, the victim of the murder case 2 months ago. So fucking McGill did absolutely McMurdered. Oh no, baby Gina witnessed the murder firsthand. I think she might have, yeah. I knew it. What? What are you on about? The victim? What do you mean? Girl, we got some things to fill you in about. It's a rather uncomfortable situation, Mr. Naruhodo, but I think this makes things quite clear. It means the omnibus case is finally solved. The truth about who really murdered the brickmaker, Mr. Mason, is revealed. Wait! Would someone explain what's going on? Stop telling half a story. Oh, Gina.
Alright, let's... Oh, wait, so we're just gonna talk to Sato now? Okay, let's just talk to Sato and ignore Gino for a moment. We can now see that the victim's blood is all over Mr. McGilward's coat. But in the trial 2 months ago, the defendant said this in his testimony. Now I ask yous, what good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a bleeding fella from his stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about my gloves now, was I? I reached out to give a man a hand. But if you look at this overcoat now, it's clear. He gave more than just a hand. The stains couldn't have arisen from Mr. McGilward trying to pull the victim to his feet. No. If that's what really happened, the blood would have splashed all over the front of the coat. That only explanation for this pattern of blood is that it splattered all over Mr. McGilward when he stabbed the victim in the stomach. Although, you see, the thing about stab wounds is that the wound itself is plugged by the thing you're stabbing with. So, like, which is why if you're ever injured, or like ever stabbed rather, don't pull the thing stabbing you out because it's plugging the hole that it made. The moment you pull it out, you are in danger. Well, you're already in danger. You've been stabbed, but you're in more danger after you've been stabbed. If you take it out, because blood comes gushing out, which is why I'm a bit like this case. Like, that's a lot of blood, right? But like, how did this much blood spray out if the victim was stabbed once and the knife wasn't like taken out? Like how much force did this guy stab with, right? That's why you leave the knife in. When you pull it out, you let loose the sink. Yeah. Basically, it's like a huge drain. Blood just goes spurting. I mean, there've been cases where people have been like stabbed in the heart. Like there was this. I remember this one case of a guy. He was stabbed with like a stiletto, which is like a pretty large dagger, right? Like stepped right in the heart, like in the heart, not around, not above, not under, in the heart. And he just drove himself to hospital and he was fine. But if he had pulled it out, he would have died in like 30 seconds. Would have bled out in like 30 seconds or something. Oh, man. This is more like if a dead body landed on you and seeped into you, right? Like, perhaps gravity would have helped, yeah. But like the force of which you need to stab to make this kind of blood splatter. Like the splatter around the sleeves, maybe I can understand. But like all over the middle? That's crazy, right? I've tried to run from the truth for long enough. But there's no escaping it now. Mr. McGilward was a muck murderer, my dude. The truth culprit in that case. Mr. Mason's killer. Magnus McGilward. Wah! Ah! Miss Naruhodo. That horrible case is solved at last. And I hope the man walked free from that trial. Well, if it's any consolation, he didn't walk far. I don't think he even made it out of the building, actually. I used all that twisted testimony and all that sham evidence to prove his innocence? How could I have let that happen? Again, it wasn't your fault. Because he fabricated evidence. And, criminal cases are beyond reasonable doubt. So, unless it was beyond reasonable doubt, he would have been acquitted of the crime anyway. So, no, it wasn't your fault, mate. Rest easy. Well, it still doesn't feel good, so I don't think you can rest easy, but don't blame yourself, at least. Bruno, did you believe him, though? Did you believe Mr. McGilward was innocent? Boy, Iris, let me tell you, when I first started the case, I believed him because I'm an idiot, and Ace Attorney has never given me a guilty person before. Oh, apart from that one guy. That was like I forgot which case it was. But every other person has always been innocent. Even in the face of like insurmountable evidence, okay? So I trusted this guy. Even though he was shady. Especially because he was shady. Because I was like, oh, maybe they're misconstruing his shadiness. But no, turns out he was just a bitch-ass murderer. Anyway, Iris, yes, I did think he was innocent at the time. I believed. Or rather, I
think I was trying to believe. I wanted to. Because believing in those you represent in court is a defense lawyer's greatest weapon. Kazuma. A weapon? Kazuma. Before we came to Great Britain, a great friend of mine taught me a valuable lesson. You mean Kazuma-sama? Kazuma! My love. Listen, Ryosuke. We lawyers are only human. We can't know for sure what is truth and what is a lie. Which is why we must resort to our primary weapon, faith. An unwavering belief in our clients. That's all we really have. Unwavering belief? Only when we truly believe that our clients, what our talents tell us, can we fight with everything we have for their case. In any battle, there can be no victory without faith. So I believe you, unwaveringly. What's so funny, Gino? Core. Sounds like this Empire Japan you came from. Everyone must be soft. You're soft too, Gina. You're soft. Yeah, I know, right? Me too. Me too, fam. Me too. Kazuma. Kazuma. I want him back. Like, so badly. No, actually, you know what? In my headcanon, he's fine. He's fine. Remember? We personally never saw the body. He's absolutely fine. He's sipping a cocktail out in the Bahamas somewhere. He's having a great time. Probably. Kazuma. Oh, my love. Oh, come on. Look at the mess it got you into believing that bag trotter. Yeah. I inadvertently helped the murderer walk free. I mean, again, he didn't walk very far. He walked into an omnibus and, free hell preview, I guess. Well, at least you learned your lesson now, eh? Believing in people's never worth it. Someone always stabs you in the back in the end. As soon as you let down your guard, you've had it. Take a leaf out of my book. Believe in no one. Get hurt by no one. Gina! Gina, may I ask you something? What? I'd just like to make absolutely sure. Did you or did you not do it? Oh, man, Gina, just let us help you, please. We trust you. We love you. We want to understand you. We want to be here and support you. And while I like to like respect your boundaries, I also believe that we need to break through that shell of yours. What would you like us to do with these representation papers for tomorrow's trial? How many times do I have to say it? Rip them up and chuck them away. Are you really sure that's what you want? That's what. I bet that's what. What the fuck are you trying to say? I bet that's what he wants and all now, Mr. Unbeliever. Unbeliever. Then I saw her face. Da, 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 man. Okay. Mr. Unbeliever lawyer over there. Don't forget it was me in that trial 2 months ago. I led everyone up the garden path, didn't I? And you're telling me you can believe in me after that? Not likely. Gina! Well, Mr. Naruhodo? A lawyer's primary weapon is an unwavering belief in his clients. That sentence sounded like you were having a stroke. Okay, look. I have issues with reading just as a baseline. And then when they have like written out, like phonetically written out accents, I struggle even more, mate. Like, generally speaking, I hate it. I hate it when people like write out accents. Because I'm like, what the fuck? Like, just say, like, Just like, if it's in a novel, right? Just say, oh, they had a Cockney accent. And then just write normally. You don't have to write, like, you don't have to drop every H. Like, I get it. In a game, you can't just be like, introducing Gina, Cockney accent urchin. Like, you can't do that, right? But like, blah. Your kryptonite is phonetically written accent. Blah, blah, blah. Your kryptonite is phonetically written accents. No, my kryptonite is reading. I can't read. Ugh. I can't read, but I can believe, and I believe in Gina. Ultimately, it comes down to whether or not I feel like I can trust Gina after everything that's happened. I trust her. Gina, let me say it again. Please allow me to represent you in tomorrow's trial. Eh? Are you half-baked? Not at all. You not once admitted to committing the crime, have you? What's more, I believe that you're telling me the truth. Seriously, Mr. Narrow Odo? Oh, because you should drop the H. Otto? Didn't you hear a word of what I said before? I am a born liar. Fibs just trip off me tongue. And I'm a diver, don't forget. I pulled the wool over your eyes 2 months ago and got you into all sorts of trouble. Well, no, I walked away with 2 gold coins and, actually, yeah, that's it. I walked away with 2 gold coins. I guess a guilty conscience, but, you know, it's not like I let a dangerous man get back into the world. Because, again, Hellfire preview! Oh, Mr. McGilded. Why don't you ever trust me now? I just don't get it! Gina, I do understand why you choose not to put your trust in others. But I assure you, there's more to this life than you realize. What do you mean? The world we live in, it's made better by connections. Oh, it's full of people you would do very well to trust. People who won't ever let you down. Eh? It's true that I'm just a student of law, and I'm certainly lacking in courtroom experience. But I can promise you this. Whatever happens, and until my very last breath, I am completely on your side. Because we are nakama, and nakama means family, and family means no one gets left behind. What did you expect me to say to that? Tsundere crying. Oh, Gina, it's okay. I'll give you a hug through the bars. Actually, maybe take the coat off first, and then we can hug. Maybe we shouldn't be wearing the coat covered in blood. God. Then it's decided. I'll take these favors now and carry out the necessary preparations for tomorrow's trial. It would be a shame to throw them away now after it's been penned in your name so beautifully. Do what you like. You Eastern Ludder. I don't know what you are. I don't get ya. Friendship. Friendship. We finally got you with friendship. Gina's taken herself off. Gina's taken herself off to the back of her cell. She'd never admit it, but I hope she's feeling relieved. That turned out alright in the end, I think. True friendship is gently pressuring your friends into good decisions through love and compassion and caring. Gina is such a tsundere, isn't she? She's like the height of a tsundere. It's not like I want you to care about me or anything. Whoever's hiding there, show yourself at once. Eavesdropping is the height of cowardice. Mr. Sato? Somebody's there in the shadows. I can sense it. You can sense it? Somebody who wasn't there before. What? Is it actually? Holy fuck! Holy fuck, Susato's a ninja, holy crap.
Blimey, you're sharp, eh?
Gregson? It is Gregson!
Suppose you're using one of those mystic Japanese arts, like the art of stuff I heard so much about.
Yes, sure. Fucking what is Susato? Psychic? Considering that there is a Japanese line of psychics, maybe.
If anyone was being stealthy, it was you, Inspector!
Crixie!
Oh, dear me, I am most terribly sorry, your ladyship. I didn't mean to startle you.
Huh. How long have you been listening to our conversation?
Good grief. Listening in? No.
I just got word there was some visitors who were refusing to leave, even though it was after hours.
I assure you, your ladyship, I only just arrived this very minute, not a moment earlier.
Susato is Spider-Man confirmed. She does have spider senses, doesn't she? And she has a record of getting in and out of places, like, I wouldn't say unchecked, but like, nor would I say unhindered. But she's stolen things before, like Miss Brett's academic papers, and now maybe a sneak peek at the manuscript. Susato Spider-Man confirmed.
That's all it is. Nothing untoward. Nothing at all.
After hours? Is it that late already? Boy, like me too. I also lose track of time. Like today. God. I was like, oh, it's 5 p.m. I still got time. I blinked and it was like 7:30, and I was like, ah! Got places to be, got things to do.
So then, I humbly excuse myself now, your ladyship. Ta-ta, toodaloo, cheerio, all the best, bye-bye and bye.
That's a lot of farewells, and not one of them appropriate for her ladyship.
Oh, but I wanted to have a chat.
I'm terribly sorry, but time is pressing at the minute.
Ah, I see. That's a shame.
If I don't get this emergency at the Supreme Court? If I don't get this emergency at the Supreme Court dealt with sharpish, Long Straw Heart will, well... Emergency? What's Strong Heart? Ah, nothing! Forget it! Anyway, I'm off!
God. I thought Sherlock was leaky with his information, but it turns out Gregson is just as leaky.
Alright, Gregsy. If you have to, let's chat soon.
Delighted, charmed, can't wait. If you please, my pleasure.
That's a lot of pleasantries, and not one of them sounded sincere. Oh, sweetheart.
Gregsy's so funny. He says such silly things.
It's certainly entertaining to see an inspector of the police fawning to a 10-year-old girl. But anyway, I wonder what this emergency is at the Supreme Court.
I must attend to the court clerk's office now, before it closes.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, Mrs. Sato.
Kindly escort Iris home now, Miss Naruhodo. I shall meet you there later.
It's tradition to leak all the important information to the defense lawyer. It's to balance out the fact that you never tell anything important to the defense lawyer before the trial. You then have to leak all the important information accidentally. Ah, Gregson, the gumshoe of England.
Alright, bye, Susato.
Oh, she's leaving tomorrow. And so our investigation came to an end. Susato-san went and filed the necessary papers for my defense of Gina the following day. And then it hit me. She's leaving. I could no longer suppress the wretched feeling that was gnawing away at my insides. Tomorrow, Susato-san would be leaving Britain and making her way back to Japan. Our last night together, before our duo of 100% court winnings is split up. Oh, Susato, I'm gonna miss your support. Naruhodo-san. It's been a very trying day, hasn't it? I do hope you're not too exhausted.
Susato-san, I hope you're not too tired. You have to pack and everything. Oh, and you're probably worried about your father as well. What about you, Susato-san? Today's been even more trying for you, I'm sure. Mr. Holmes was shot before our eyes. Gina was arrested. All in the back of the news that her father has fallen ill and that she must return to Japan at once. I hope your father recovers soon.
Thank you for your kind words. I wonder why it is that so many thoughts rage in my head like a storm, and yet I seem unable to find the words to express all of them.
I know exactly what you mean.
Anyway, I have one final task to complete as your judicial assistant. Once that is done, I shall make preparations for my departure tomorrow.
One final task? Don't flip me, please.
It's just 2 months since we arrived in London, but we managed to establish this office. It's finally feeling as if we were settling in. I would be lying if I said I felt no regret.
I'm so sorry, Susato-san.
It's just so sudden. I really don't know what to think. I've had no time to gather my thoughts. The son of a bitch.
What's his name again? Fuck, I always forget his name. Strongheart. What's your first name? Mal. Strongheart. You could have told us yesterday. Like, why would you send her a telegram being like, hey, I got important news for you? Just put the fucking important news in the fucking telegram, you idiot. Oh, son of a bitch, stupid. I'm gonna kill you. You made her sad. Oh, God. I know we've only been here a short time, but in my limited experience of the courtroom, I feel as if I've learned something.
And what would that be?
It seems to me there are many facets to people's personalities. Yeah.
Facets?
And like a jewel, the light plays off them in complex patterns, illuminating their actions and their motives. But we see only a small number of the total facets, and what is illuminated is only a part of the whole story. Holy shit, that was deep. Am I deaf? I'm not hearing any game audio. For me it's there. It's just very quiet. Oh fuck. I mean, does that help? I might have accidentally muted something. Thanks for letting me know. Thanks for pointing that out. Oops. What lies in the shadows? What do these facets we cannot see look like? Perhaps there are some parts we'll never lay eyes on for as long as we live.
That's so true.
Sometimes I feel as if I'm blind to so much. But I keep hoping that one day it'll all become clear. That all the facets will be illuminated and I'll finally understand how everything fits together.
Naruhodo-san.
I suppose what matters is that we keep our eyes open and we keep moving forward, even if the way sometimes seems dark.
It's amazing to think that just 2 months, you've grown up so much.
Sorry? I've what? Yeah, okay, I'm glad it's back now. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I don't know why my OBS does this. It just needs desktop audio sometimes. I don't know if it's like an automatic setting I have or something. But like, sometimes it's just off and I don't know why. And sometimes my microphone is also off and I don't know why. You know, it's a mystery for another day.
Oh, nothing. It was unimportant. It's unimportant. Don't worry about it, Naruhodo-san. Okay, tomorrow's departure. Do you want to take Wakahai with you as emotional support?
Do you know what time you'll be leaving London in the morning?
Yes, I picked up my ticket earlier. I shall be leaving here at
4 AM? Isn't it 11? You're leaving like 5 minutes. Oh god.
listening to your voice acting impingement. But you weren't getting the full game experience, and I want everyone to get the full game experience. Again, I apologize. I'm so sorry, guys. I see. Well, I'll escort you to the station. Absolutely not! Eh? Sorry? I'm sure you realize why I can't possibly do that. You have a very important day ahead of you tomorrow. Tutor's trial. Yes, I know, but every word you utter will have the potential to determine Juna's fate. When you put it like that. You must get as much rest as possible. Even though, like me, I'm sure you find it hard to sleep. But please, for me, do try. Okay, fine. One final task. You mentioned one final task a moment ago. What did you mean? Oh, what? I nearly forgot! How did you nearly forget? Is this your diary? Oh, you gave me a diary? Okay. Please, I want you to have this. Okay, is it a travel log? That would be more acceptable, I think. What is that? Some huge bundle of documents. It's my notes from the case 2 months ago. Oh, okay, that makes much more sense. Thank God. Okay, that makes much more sense. Okay, that makes sense. Wait, you have this many notes? The murder that was committed on the omnibus. But you've been researching in your own time? The McGilded case. It seems to me that this case of Mr. Windybank's murder, of which Gina is accused, is very much tied up with the omnibus case, in ways that are not yet completely apparent. So I took the liberty of consolidating my writings about that case for you. Holy shit. With everything else she's had to think about, Sato-san still managed to do this. And all neatly laid out for me in her beautiful handwriting. Wait, you did this today? Oh, Susato-san. It was my pleasure. Oh, Susato, I don't deserve you. No one deserves you. I can only hope it will bolster your case tomorrow for Gina. Thank you so much, Sato-san. I will do my best to use it wisely. You really are the best judicial assistant in the world. Nay, the universe. Well, that's extremely flattering. But I'm sorry to say that I've been a complete failure. No, you haven't! Sorry? I didn't quite catch what you said there. Oh! Ignore me. I was just mumbling to myself. You know you're not a failure, Susato! You've done amazing! You're 16! And you're more accomplished than probably fucking most lawyers, I bet. Susato-san! Well, it's getting rather late. I think you should go to bed now, Naruhodo-san. I must finish packing up my things in my room. Sato-san, I wish you the very best of luck tomorrow. Good night. No, Susato! Wait, there's something I need. Oh. Okay. What was that? I did remember I specifically asked you not to flip me, Susato. Please, come on. The secret technique of mine. The Susato shutdown. Okay. Shutdown? A different one from the others? Please, I implore you. If we have to voice our goodbyes, I won't be able to hold back my tears. The world is blurry because I'm crying right now. Oh, Susato. I'm gonna rip Stormhouse hair out. I'm gonna rip all of his hair out. That stupid head of his. I'm gonna rip out every single follicle of hair. How? Just
fuck you. I know he's technically speaking the bearer of bad news, but he bore that bad news badly, okay?
This scene makes me so sad. Why does Susato have to leave? Right? Oh, I'm so sad right now. Susato-san.
First Kazuma, now Susato, everyone's leaving me!
It truly has been a trying day. On our feet for hours, getting Gina to open up to us, and learning the truth about the nemesis of that case. Physically and mentally, I was exhausted. And yet the idea of sleep seemed impossible. But I forced myself to close my eyes. And as a cacophony of senses... cacophony of scenes of our lives here in London played through my mind. Eventually, my fatigue triumphed, and I fell into a deep sleep. Everything is bad. Everything sucks. I hate this. Everyone's gone. Ah, at least Holmes is okay.
This he better be okay. This better not be showing someone trying to murder him, I swear to God. This is just him waking up, right?
Yes, I quite understand. It's a great weight off my mind. Ah, okay, he's okay. Rest assured, I should put everything in place exactly as we have discussed. Holmes? What do you mean? Thank you so much. It's been an honor and a pleasure to be acquainted with you, Mr. Holmes. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking? What is happening? On the contrary, the pleasure has been mine.
Why are there no markers for who's been talking? Holmes?
Holmes, I bid you farewell and Godspeed. My dear madame.
You gave a 16-year-old a secret mission? Holmes, I'm gonna punch you right in your bullet wound, I swear to God. I'm gonna punch you right in your fucking bullet wound. Stop leaving everything to freaking children. Just talk to me about it. Talk to me about it. Talk to the other adult. I'm glad you're okay though. Oh, fucking goddamn it, Susato. I know you're a fangirl, but like, don't just do everything he asks you to. Like, you can say no. It's okay. What the fuck did he ask you to do? Oh my God. Okay.
This is fine. I'm fine. This is fine. Yeah, sure, this is fine. This might as well happen. Sure, this might as well happen. Susato's gone. Sherlock's in hospital, but he's awake and awake. Okay, I guess that's good. We have Iris. I think Susato is getting Holmes to do something. Oh, okay. So it's not him asking. Yeah, see, it's hard to tell because the suspicious no fucking name tags, like who's speaking and when, right? Like what? I know it's a secret conversation I'm not privy to, but like give me some clues, right? Give me some crumbs. Like what? Wait, then why would Susato ask him to do anything? Honestly, you're better off asking Iris because he's fucking incompetent. Okay, I won't punch you in your bullet wound then. Kind of forgot exactly what happened. Something suspicious though. Susato. Sus Holmes. Shush Holmes. They both have S's in their names because they're both sus. Oh god. Okay. Well, I guess hero worship blinds her. That's what I'm worried about. You see, that's why I'm so worried about poor Susato. That like he'll just take everything he says at like surface value and be like, yeah, sure, I trust that. But like I don't trust him. Like no, I trust him. Like okay,
like, I would trust him with my life, okay? Like, if there was like the last bullet in my gun, I would trust that to him. But I would not trust Sherlock with a gun. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Like, I don't trust him not to do something stupid, but I would also trust him with my life. I trust him to do always something dumb though. So it's like, Sherlock. I'm glad he's okay though. I'm glad he's alive. Iris will be happy, and I'm happy when Iris is happy. That makes perfect sense. I'm glad you understand what I mean. Okay, well, I'm afraid we leave it off here then, and then on Monday we will start the actual trial part of the case. I'll put my glasses back on for that one. But yeah, everyone, thank you for coming in. Thank you for tuning in. Really, really sorry about the audio issues. And if any of you happen to be in Sydney and attending Supanova tomorrow, come by the Artist Alley, table 220, and come say hi. I'll be there like all weekend. So yeah, thanks for coming, and I will see you all on Monday for the trial. Okay, bye-bye!